What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. Can you believe it, guys? It's been 6 months since we got the Meteor 350, and a lot of things have changed. We're going to tell you about the things we love about this motorcycle, things we like about this motorcycle, and things that we don't like. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned. You know what the number one thing I love about this motorcycle? Right now, the fuel economy. I'm telling you, with things going on in the way that the world is today, you really need a motorcycle that's going to give you fantastic fuel economy. And I'll tell you what, both single and dual, starting riding two up, Iron Lady and I have noticed that we're getting over 75 miles a gallon, and most of the time it's upward 90. It's just an incredible motorcycle when it comes to fuel economy, and I'll tell you, that's one of the biggest pluses to this bike, particularly given in the environment we have today. Gas prices are rising. I mean, I just filled up with again, I like to run high test in my motorcycles, or 93 octane in American standards, and it was well over $4 a gallon. And wow, that's a lot of money. I don't think I've spent that much in a really long time. And I'm kind of hoping that after the world straightens up here and people get their crap together, things will be a lot better and gas prices will come down a little bit. But if they don't, this is the motorcycle that I'm going to be riding a lot. This and the Himalayan, simply because of the fuel economy. These things do fantastic in fuel economy. But what's another thing that I really like about this bike? Well, you know, when I first started looking at the Meteor 350, before Royal Enfield gave me the loaner bike, I really loved the color of this motorcycle. And I primarily ride and own black motorcycles. That's kind of the thing that I've always really enjoyed, is I love the black motorcycle. In fact, there was a time when I would say that the only motorcycle in the world is a black one. But you know, this color here, this brown that I will call root beer, is really pretty. And of course, it's the Supernova edition, and there's been a lot of changes in my mindset when it comes to some of these colors, and basically the Royal Enfield has really helped me go over that. I mean, I never ever would have considered a yellow motorcycle, but man, the Meteor 350 in yellow is a really good looking bike. I'd have to call it Bumblebee if I ever got one. But the reality of it is, the bike is just, I think just the way that it looks and the quality of the paint that these things have on it is phenomenal. And you know, this is a loaner bike right now, and it's really given me a little bit better perspective, the fact that I can ride it any way I wanted to ride it. They didn't put any parameters on it and told me I could do anything I wanted to with it. And I'll tell you what, I put her through its paces, baby. That's all I'll tell you. You know, I don't abuse anything. That's never been my style, is to abuse things. I know a lot of guys do. I mean, I know a lot of people, they go out and they test ride motorcycles and they kind of forget what they're doing and boop, they drop them. Luckily, that's not happened to me in a long time. The last motorcycle I dropped was my own Road King, and that was coming down my driveway, and the gravel on the front tire went out from under right after a heavy rain. We had a really deep area of gravel, and it went out from under me. And I guarantee you, if I wasn't riding the Road King and was riding the Meteor 350, that wouldn't have happened, because it comes to my next point. That's right, man, it's light and nimble, and that light and nimbleness, particularly on these back roads and in crappy situations, really means a lot. You know, there's things that I would like to change about this motorcycle, and I think I've gone through a list of those in the modifications that I would make on the bike. But as far as right now, this being a loaner bike for me, a long-term loaner, it's perfect for what I have in Iron Lady have in mind. And we've taken this a lot on two-up adventures, and I'll tell you, you guys have seen, and I'll put a little card up here in the corner that you guys can go check out the Meteor 350 content, because we got a lot of videos on this bike, and I have a feeling just maybe there'll be a little bit more. You know, another thing that I really like about this motorcycle, besides the fact that it's really light and nimble, and the fuel economy and the way it looks, is the fact that I really do like its performance. Now, this is not a fast motorcycle, guys. If you know, I've seen a lot of reviews on the 350, and you hear it constantly. Man, I just wish it was faster. Dude, it's a 350. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't understand that it's a small engine, you know, no, it's not for everybody, and I get that. A 350 engine isn't for everybody. Some people want to go on the highway and cruise at 80 miles an hour. This is not the bike for you for that. It'll do 70 all day long, but it's not going to do 80. It may get up there, you know, going down a hill, or if you do the Brazilian trick of altering the ECU, you might get a little bit more out of it. I mean, there's some performance things you can do with it, but as far as right out of the box, this thing will do 70 miles an hour all day long with 1 or 2 people on it, and it's perfect for this type of ultralight, and I've said it 100 times, ultralight cruising or easy peasy cruising, things like that. That's where this bike really shines. And in the last 6 months where we've ridden it, and we've put thousands of miles on it already, and it has just been a pleasure to ride. And I guess that's one of the most exciting things I can say. The thing is a joy to ride, and I coined the phrase miles of smiles for this particular bike for that very reason. It does give you miles of smiles. But you know, here I am, it's 46 degrees, I've got my Olympia jacket on, I'm warm as can be, just a t-shirt on underneath it, nothing more than that, don't need it. Just got my light gloves on, and I'm just cruising easy peasy, anywhere from 35 to 45 miles an hour on these back roads, and just having a blast. I mean, this is what I've been dying to do ever since the ice storm. Oh, the hawk over there. Ever since the ice storm. Now I haven't got a place to hook the 360 camera. There's no real places towards the back or the front where I want to be able to put the clamp on it, but that may change here soon, because we've got some exciting news at the end of this video, and I hope you do stick by, because we've got 2 really cool things to talk about. And let's talk a little bit more about the Meteor 350 though. That's the reason you're here. Well, what's some of the things I'd like to change on the motorcycle? Well, I mentioned earlier before that one of the things I'd like to do right away, if this was my bike, is put a rear luggage rack on the back and saddlebags. Those are the 2 most important things that I wish that the bike had. I wish it came from the factory. I wish the Supernova edition, they would have saddlebags, or maybe not even that. You know, you can always buy that aftermarket, but as far as a rear rack on the back, so that way I could put a little tail bag back there. Not what you guys think in Europe what a tail bag is, but something like, and I'll put a picture right here what I'm used to using. And to be honest with you, that's one of the most efficient things for me, that I can pop it in and pop it off. Now, if I owned this bike, I would definitely have saddlebags on it. But there's all kind of different saddlebags on the market that you can put on. You know, Hepco and Becker have some, and of course Royal Enfield has their own, and also Kemimoto has some throw over saddlebags that go underneath the seat, and there's quite a few on the market. Again, if this was my bike, that would be another thing that I'd put on it. And like I said, I really wish that standard though on the Supernova would be a rear rack, so you could use in conjunction with the sissy bar and or the backrest a tail bag. Like I said, you see on the picture I put up there before. Well, what's some of the things I really don't like about the bike? Well, it's really small. What I don't like about the bike is it's not mine. But that's changing. Guys, in the middle of this month, March coming up, because this is the first video in March, we are going to be owning this motorcycle. I told you before that I love this bike that much, so that's one of the big exciting news, is we are going to be owning this motorcycle, and that's when all these changes and the modifications that you're going to see in the future are going to come to fruition. We're going to be doing quite a few changes to the Meteor 350 to make it a long distance ultralight cruiser, and we're going to be taking some trips on this thing as well too, and that's some of the biggest news, and we're really super excited about that. And we've got a lot more Royal Enfield content coming up. We're going to get to try out the classic 350 pretty soon, and of course some 650s are in my future as well too. So this is going to be a why I love the 6-month review of the Meteor 350, and also some really exciting news about the channel and about the future of Old Man Ronin and Royal Enfield. It's going to be a blast, guys. So if you're not watching, you better be, because it's going to be a hoot. Hey, I turned off my turn signal. I got a new camera position here. But hey, what was that? Did you see that? Guess what, guys? It's giveaway time again, and guess what we're going to give away this month? For the entire month of March, we're going to have you guys enter for a Airmoto Smart Air Pump giveaway. We're pretty excited about this. You know, I've been using it. In fact, I used it this morning to check the air pressure in the tires, and it's something that I use every day on motorcycles. Iron Lady has one for her Jeep, and we used it to make sure that her air pressure is good, and they can top them off really easy. It'll pump up a car tire from flat. It just takes a little bit of time, but for really using it on motorcycles, which is what the main reason I wanted to get in conjunction with Airmoto is for motorcycles, guys. That way I can, even on this bike, you know, I checked the air pressure and it needed about 2 pounds in the front and 4 pounds in the back. Just plugged her in and boom, she was ready to go. And the same thing is true with the Himalayan, but what I really like about it is I can adjust the air pressure on the fly. If I get in some really heavy gravel or some really soft mud or sand, I can lower the air pressure to where I want it to be, and then after I'm out of that stuff, bring it back up to normal operating temperature as well too. But you got a chance right now of winning it. And how do you do it? Well, when that little guy went by on the motorcycle, little Ronin went by, tell me through an email what time you saw it go by. Make a comment below. You got to be a subscriber too. So if you're a subscriber and you've seen what time little Ronin went by, let me know in an email, and the email address is right here, and you'll be entered for the giveaway for the Airmoto Smart Air Pump. And we're really excited about that. Really excited about that for the future of the channel. It's pretty cool. You know, that's one of the things that's really fun about this bike, is the way it handles, and it's one of the reasons why I love it so much, is because it is a blast to ride. You know, I know a lot of guys would say that 350 engine's too small. Again, I have big Harleys, guys. That's not an issue for me. I am blessed because I'm able to work on them. You know, you guys have been watching the channel a while. You know that I never buy brand new motorcycles. I just simply can't afford it. But what I do, nice. I shouldn't have said that. But what I do is I'm able to buy extremely used motorcycles and fix them up, except for the Royal Enfields. They're actually in the price range where you can buy them and you're not going to break the bank, and that's what I really love about these motorcycles. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. Lots of things happening in the future. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share and comment. You know I read all the comments, and comment on as many as I possibly can. Don't forget to enter for the Airmoto giveaway, guys. It's going to be a blast, and it is a really essential part of my everyday motorcycle riding. Until next time, guys, ride safe and keep her on 2 wheels, baby.